Hi guys! I thought that today I would teach you how to make a fringe bag out of a t-shirt. So this is a bag with fringe on the bottom that you can put anything in, and it'll hold it. A t-shirt bag. So it's super simple to do. All you're going to need is a t-shirt. I tie-dyed this one myself. So you're going to need a t-shirt. Any t-shirt will do. You're going to need scissors, a ruler, and a pen or a pencil. So, very first thing that you want to do, take your shirt. We're going to cut the sleeves off. And you want to make sure that you're being careful and you're not cutting it weird. If you can cut it straight and not cut through to the actual shirt, then you can always fold it in half and cut the sleeves at the same time. But I always worry that I'm going to cut it wrong, so I just cut one sleeve at a time. Cool. So we went ahead and we removed our sleeves from our shirt. Next, you're going to take the collar and you're going to widen it. Now, you can do this in different ways. You can take a big bowl from your kitchen, lay it over the hole for your head so that it's a half circle. Trace the outside of the bowl with your pen and then cut that. Or you can do what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna freestyle it. I'm gonna go maybe an inch or two beneath this seam right there, the edge of the collar, and I'm just going to cut and make the hole wider. I don't think anyone will really be paying too much attention, so don't worry if it's not perfect. So now it looks like that. So we don't have sleeves and we have a wider hole for our objects. If you want, you can try sticking things through there. Maybe you carry a big wallet or you carry books with you. Just make sure it can fit through the hole. Now, this shirt is an adult medium shirt. And what that means for us is we're going to turn this inside out real quick. Turn it inside out and lay it flat. And you're going to take your ruler and from edge to edge of the shirt, you're going to measure 1 inch. Now again, this is an adult medium. So that means I will have an even number of lines. Every time I do this, I have an even number of lines, but I'll show you guys how I go about doing that. You need to determine how high you want your fringes to go up by determining how deep you want your bag to be. So a really easy way to do that is to, like I was doing, lay the shirt out flat and then take the biggest thing that you normally carry in your bag. So for me, it would be a notebook like this. Take it from the top of your shirt, place whatever the biggest thing that you have is, place it down. So mine looks like this. I place it down. And then measure from the bottom of the shirt to the bottom of that object. That's going to be how high you want your fringe to go up. The reason you're doing this is because you don't want to cut the fringes on the bottom of your shirt. You don't want to cut them too high. If you cut them too high, then if you carry a book with you in your bag won't fit because the fringes will have shut the bag off, if that makes sense. So I don't need to measure that because I actually know for this shirt it's going to be 9 inches from the bottom. But if you don't know, go ahead and just take the biggest thing that you normally put in your bag and measure up from the bottom. So I have my ruler. That's 9 inches. So I'm going to lay it down on the edge of the shirt. Measure up to 9 inches and mark. You want to mark very lightly, and again, make sure you're doing this inside out, guys. You don't want to do this on the outside of your shirt. You want to do it on the inside. So we're marking very, very lightly. Several places. I like to do about 4 marks because I'm going to be drawing a line straight across. So I have my 4 tick marks, and now you're just going to connect the dots with your ruler and your pen. Very lightly. So you should have a line that looks like that. It's a very, very, very light line. When I wash this, if I choose to wash it, it will come out with no problem whatsoever. So now we're going to determine how big our strips can be. For an adult medium and an adult large, you're gonna want your strips to be at least an inch apart. The smaller your shirt, the smaller you want your strips to be. So I'm gonna take my ruler, lay it against the edge of the shirt, and I'm going to measure an inch. So for every inch, I'm gonna put a tick mark. So there's a tick mark, right there, right there, right there, right there. I'm gonna do that all the way until I get to 10 inches. Once I get to 10 inches, pick your ruler up and start again. 1. So because I did it that way, I get an even 20 marks. So let's do it again. And this doesn't have to be exactly perfect. I'm doing the same thing. I'm making the tick marks higher up, by the way. This doesn't have to be exactly perfect or anything, just roughly right. Let's do it again. We're starting over. I like to start over because it's easier for me to see how many marks I'm gonna have if I do it that way instead of just going all the way to the edge of the ruler. It's just, my eyesight's bad, so it's easier for me to see that way if I stop in the middle or closer to the end of the ruler. So I have 2 tick marks, as you can see. You might not be able to see. Up there and down there. So all you're going to do now, while your shirt is still inside out, is take your scissors and you're going to connect the dots. You want to cut through the tick mark on the bottom and cut through the tick mark on the top, all the way up to your line, guys. Make sure that your shirt is as flat as possible. What I have accidentally done before is had my shirt folded over and I didn't realize it. And then when I cut, instead of cutting through 2 pieces of fabric, I was cutting through 4. So I had to restart that entire bag that I was making. So you want to make sure that your shirt is completely flat. Do this on the floor if you have to. And again, no one's going to be paying attention to how perfect your lines are cut. So just make them generally even. If you are afraid you might not cut straight enough, definitely get a parent to help you. If they're going to help you cut, you might want to let them help you measure as well, just so they can double check and make sure that you have everything lined up generally correctly. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, but we want it to be generally correct. Almost done here. Now, when this is done, we should have 40 pieces, okay? We're going to have 38 strips in the middle, and then we're going to have 1 strip on either end. So that will give us a total of 40 fringe pieces. we have all of our fringe pieces cut. Go ahead and flip your shirt the right way one more time. And it looks like this. Now, if you want, you can just wear this as a shirt because I think this would be pretty cute. You know, just make sure you didn't cut the top too wide, but we're gonna make a bag out of it. So tying the fringe is super easy, guys. It's really not that hard. Here's all you need to do. Do you remember how I told you we're gonna have 2 pieces on the end? I want you to take those 2 pieces on the end, flip them up. We don't need them right now. All right? So you flipped your 2 pieces on the end up. Now you have these pieces down here. If you look, because of the way that we cut it, we're always going to have a piece on top and a piece on bottom. A piece on top, a piece on bottom. A piece on top, a piece on bottom. So we're going to make this so easy, guys. We're going to take the piece on top. Ooh, don't be like me. I missed a cut. That's what I get for chatting it up while I'm doing this. There we go. So you're going to take your piece on top and the next piece under. So you have piece on top, piece on bottom, piece on top, piece on bottom. Take the first piece on top and the second piece on bottom and tie them. Take the first piece on bottom and the second piece on top and tie them. Does that make sense, guys? Let's do that again. Starting with the next set. So what you can do, if it would help you, is you can split them up in sections of 4 as you're going along. So let's see. Let's brush those out of the way. So we have 4. We're going to take the top piece, the first top piece, tie it with the second bottom piece. The first bottom piece, tie it with the second top piece. All right, let's do the next set. Same deal, guys. We're just tying across. You're basically tying each piece diagonally. Once you get the hang of it, it's really simple to do this quickly. Again, you're going to take the first top piece, tie it with the second bottom piece. First bottom piece, tie it with the second top piece. First top, second bottom. First bottom, second top. First top, second bottom. First bottom, second top. Just keep going till you're done with that. Now, once you are done tying what you're going to see, and if you get to the end, you should still have pieces left over because again, we should have 40 pieces, so that should be 5 sets of 8 or 10 sets of 4. Since we're working in sets of 4, it'll still work for you guys. Go ahead and make sure you tied all of your pieces up. I did. All right, so now what you want to do is look through your bag like this, open your bag up, and look to see where you see holes. The easiest way that I do this is I open my bag, I look, I stick my finger through the hole, flip my bag back over, and then I take 2 strings closest to my finger and I tie to close that hole up, guys. Bam. Just like that, that hole is closed. So I'm gonna do that again. Gonna find right there, another hole. Take the 2 pieces closest to that hole and tie it. Super simple. If you're really good at it, you can just flip it over like this and just look from the bottom. Don't even have to look through the bag. Just go about tying those holes closed until you cannot see through your bag anymore. Make sure that when you tie, you're tying tight because you don't want to be, using your bag and then all of a sudden one of the holes comes open. So make sure that you tie those holes up tight, guys. And it looks like we are done. There we have it. We have a fringe bag that we can use to carry things and put things in. And we made it all out of a t-shirt. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed it and I'll see you later. Bye.